Bizarre Story Junkies. I am Kevin, and I will be your host in today's episode, along, as always, with our cohort, Alicia. Hey, girl.
Hey, hey, hey.
How's it going, Bobo?
Oh, God, it's great. I'm feeling pretty happy and
Yeah?
stoked for today's episode.
Today is going to be a fun one, Bobo. If you're listening right now, you are tuned in to the Bizarre AF, where we talk about the strange, the absurd, the unknown, and things that are bizarre AF. We are joined in studio today by a good friend of ours and a very talented local Denver actor, Andrew Neary. Hello, Andrew.
Hey.
Hello. Thank you for having me again.
Oh my gosh, yes. We had such a fun time in our absinthe episode. You got day drunk. That was awesome.
Poor Andrew. We've put him through the ringer, don't we?
Yes, we did.
Because I have so little experience with, substance that alter my mind. I can't believe you took advantage of me like
We
that.
did.
Thank you for having me back. I'm glad
You're
I
welcome.
didn't embarrass
Thank you.
myself.
You didn't. All right, so you guys are ready for some tea that will blow your mind.
Yes.
Okay, so today's episode, we are going to chat about one of the nation's most talked about airports in terms of conspiracies and controversies, and that would be DIA, Denver International Airport.
I've been there.
Have you?
Same.
A little convenient because we all live in Denver. So.
Right.
We are just a stone's throw away right now.
That's right, at this very moment. And there's a lot of nonsense and shenanigans that comes out of these conspiracies and things that are crazy. But so just ask everyone, keep a skeptical ear.
Yes.
Keep listening to the facts, and we will take you on this newest journey, DIA, the Conspiracy Files.
Love that.
So there are hundreds of websites that are devoted to DIA conspiracies. It's a big thing, and it's so much so that a lot of people name it Area 52.
Oh, they do?
Really?
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Yes,
heard that
if you
before.
go to a lot of the conspiracy websites, you'll see they call it Area 52.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
pretty hardcore. And then there's like this really extreme stuff, like the one that just sends me over the edge is where there's an alien race of reptilian humanoids feeding on missing children, all the while awaiting the date of a government-sponsored rapture.
That's totally going to happen.
Yeah, everybody knows about that, right?
Come on, Kevin, get with the program.
So we're not gonna talk about that one so much because that's
I kind of love that.
okay. Well, we might get into it a little bit, but so we're gonna talk about that, and then we're gonna talk about a whole bunch of others. But I'm going to talk about kind of the catalyst that kind of started this whole conspiracy road.
Okay. I want to hear it. I don't know what it is.
All right. So there are two murals in DIA,
Yes.
two big murals.
Yes.
One called "The Peace and Harmony with Nature." It sounds so lovely. And then "The Children of the War." It's "The Children of the World Dream of Peace."
It's like,
Don't they sound
beautiful
lovely?
peace.
Lands and
Yeah. Peace.
rainbows.
We're all together.
trees,
Kumbaya. Yeah.
clouds.
Sounds like Bob Ross named these murals.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Precisely. So we're gonna get into those in a second, but those two murals are kind of what are gonna get us really into this topic. And so in 1996, someone by the name of Alex Christopher was on this really esoteric radio show with this guy named Dave Allen. Okay.
So
And-
we have two guys that have two
Two
first
first
names.
names.
Yes,
I'm already extremely suspicious of these men. So
Right.
I'm just throwing
So
that
when I
out
say
there.
Christopher and Allen, I'm actually saying their last names.
Okay.
Okay.
Christopher and Alan.
Because it's
yeah.
Alex Christopher and Dave Allen.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
So Christopher tells Alan that all of these DIA theories, they share this common thread. And the theory is that the decoding the truth to DIA, all of the truth lies in these two murals. It is the key to absolutely everything.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
So, who the fuck is this guy, and why does he think this? Like, did he work at DIA or?
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could we?
So this interview, so this transcript of this interview
Yeah.
is all over the place. Like if you go to all of the conspiracy websites or DIA, I mean, you can find this transcript anywhere. It's all over the
Infamous.
place. And you know, because it's been a while, so people have not really heard the talk show or know the talk show. They just know of it from these transcripts, right? And so the conspiracists are certain that this Christopher man is right after the interview was killed dead, like
Wait,
dead.
this guy who gave the interview who's like, this is like all you need to know are in these murals.
Right. And then after that interview, dead.
And he was buried in the tunnels under DIA.
All right. Okay. Well, actually, this Christopher person
Yeah.
is an 80-year-old grandmother.
Wait.
Wait, so is that why there's only
Christ-
transcripts and no audio?
Well, so if you can find the audio, no one seems to can find the audio. But come to find out, this Alex Christopher was like an Alexis Christopher, whatever. It's really a woman.
Okay.
Okay. And at the time she did their interview, she was like 54 years old.
Okay.
And there's this really great Westward article written in 2007, and I'm going to put the link in our show notes. And at that time, that talks about this whole thing and with her. And at that time, she was a 65-year-old woman living in Arizona.
Okay. She lived in Arizona. Did she live in did she have any kind of ties to DIA? Like,
Well,
what?
she does. We're going to get into that
Okay.
because this is where the ties come in. So she first she was interested in this all conspiracy. She was like a real conspiracy person into the whole New World Order.
Oh my God, I'm all about it.
All that stuff, okay?
Wait, the
And so
wrestling
she-
squad or
yeah.
Definitely not the wrestling squad
Okay.
from
Okay.
the 2000s.
And not the band.
Oh, we're talking about the governmental conspiracy. Okay,
Right.
I'm sorry. Just
Yeah.
I'm a child of the 90s, so I
Okay,
had to check.
right.
Okay. All right.
So
Continue.
she writes this book called Pandora's Box. And so in the early 90s, she comes to Denver and they're having this conference, this global sciences conference. And it was like a whole bunch of conspiracy theorists coming together. That can only mean trouble.
Right.
That's only mean trouble.
Because a conspiracy theorist never says maybe that's a little out of
Right.
bounds.
Right. It's like
No one-
like fuel and fuel and fuel and fuel.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. So she comes to this conference, and she's actually giving lectures on her theories of aliens and global conspiracies and all of this stuff. Well, it so happens. Oh, and so then that's where she hears about DIA. And so all these conspiracy theorists are talking about DIA and how all these delays and all this money. And so she's getting really intrigued, right? Because she's a conspiracy theorist. So
Yes.
she loves this stuff. She's like, oh, that's my jam.
We all do.
And
I
here we
love
are
it.
in Denver, right? So
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere.
right. So she meets. So I'm not sure how this occurs, but she actually gets taken to DIA by someone who is in DIA. So I don't know if somebody was there.
someone who's working
works
on
Yes,
it.
yes.
Like
So
someone
someone
who's involved in the
legitimate, a
construction.
legitimate DIA
On
employee.
the inside.
Yes.
Prior to
Takes-
it being completed.
Yes,
or?
prior to completion.
Okay, cool.
Takes her
Just
on
trying to
this.
set the scene.
Yes, takes her on this tour. So she's at this conference, right? Person comes and takes her to this tour of DIA. Maybe it was to prove that nothing was wrong. Who knows? But she gets this official tour into
Right.
DIA. Well, so she calls it, quote, very spooky because she gets taken down. Well, of course, if you're like thinking, oh my God, aliens live down here, then of course you're going to
Find
Yeah.
aliens. Yeah.
exactly.
You find what you're looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, here's where it gets juicy.
Okay.
She goes back to DIA that same visit, but with another person who we're going to talk about in a second. His name is Schindler. This guy Schindler. She goes.
What?
She goes. Well, we're going to get to his name in a second. But anyway, hold on, wait. So she goes back to the airport, but she goes down and she says that this guy, his name's Phil Schindler. That's his name.
Okay.
Also a fellow conspiracist.
Sure,
Love
he
it.
made a lot of lists.
Right, exactly. Exactly. So she says that they were able to make it down 4 levels. Okay. And according four.
Under the airport.
Yes. And according to them both, there was even more levels. Now, how does she know that if she didn't go down? But put that aside.
Okay.
Maybe she saw
Schindler.
stairs.
Schindler.
Well, he did. Exactly.
her.
Phil told her that
Yeah.
there were more levels.
Why would you not believe Phil?
Exactly, because Phil's the man. Right. So she also said that this was confirmed by a person that actually she talked to that worked in the construction of the building that confirmed that there were way more than 4 levels in this airport. So she's got Phil in one ear telling her, oh yeah, there's something up. And then she's got this official construction guy
dude
telling her, oh yeah, there's more than 4 levels.
And he's working on the building, so of course he would know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So then she also starts taking pictures that they don't realize. And you can see the pictures that she takes. They're really kind of poor pictures, but
They always are.
they're always poor,
Always.
right?
They're always,
They're
like,
never
always
crystal
terrible.
clear. Yeah, never crystal clear.
They always have like the instant, like it's like a Polaroid or something that they fucking take and like do like it's all like dewy and humidified, and there's like
Exactly.
a fucking 1,000 orbs
Don't
in
you
it.
see that alien right there?
She was like 8
No, I
levels
can't see it.
underground. What do you expect?
Exactly.
She didn't have like a high beam of light.
It's misty down there where the Morlocks live.
Right. Okay. So she takes pictures of these electrical panels.
Okay.
Well, anyone apparently who knows anything about electricity
I don't know.
knows
anything about
that these panels are way bigger than anything needed for what is supposedly there.
Okay, but it's an airport.
It's a giant international
International-
airport.
yeah.
Right,
I would
but-
assume their electrical panels
Yes,
would
Andrew,
be pretty big.
but if you knew anything about electricity, you would know that supported like multiple levels underground.
okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
right.
Right. So here we go. All right. So according to her, there's 5 secret buildings under the airport.
Underneath the airport.
As deep as 120 feet.
That's very specific.
12 stories.
Okay.
That's 12 stories. Okay. Tunnels 2 to 3 miles long. And these tunnels were 14 to 20 feet wide.
Did she walk these tunnels? Did she have her Fitbit on? Do we know? That
Yeah.
Well, so part
Do we
of-
know exactly how many
Yeah.
stuff she got?
Yeah, so part of this is her word, and then part of it is Phil telling her
Okay.
of this stuff.
So it's okay. Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
All right. And so, and then also another thing Phil tells her is that, oh, by the way, there are 2 runways that are built that are even longer. So I don't know if anyone you might be familiar. Denver runways are very, very long.
Yeah.
And so Phil says, there's 2 more runways, by the way, that were way longer than the ones that you see out there right now, but they were put in the wrong place and they're buried.
Wait. Okay.
Hence the overrun.
okay.
Okay.
No.
No.
I have a question.
No, we have lots of questions.
We have lots to get through.
We have lots to unpack.
Okay,
Lots
okay.
to unpack.
But why would you put a runway?
You wouldn't.
In my mind, I was like, because we're like in higher altitude, there's less like air
So
for
let's-
them to like
first of
lift
all-
off with, or I
Okay,
don't
wait.
know.
Here, let's unpack this for a
I
second.
don't know airplanes.
Well, you would not build 2 long runways in the wrong place.
No.
I wouldn't know.
There's a lot of planning that goes into building an airport. They have to
Yes.
like specify. Although I do know DIA has been notoriously over budget for years since it started,
Totally.
including right now.
And according to them, because of poor planning, poor whatever.
I'll say my
We're
dad
gonna get
would
into
say
that.
Well,
though,
which we will
with
get into.
the contractor.
Yes.
Okay.
poor
we will.
planning prevents piss poor
And thinking on
performance.
your earlier comment, I probably would put runways in the wrong place because I don't know anything about runways.
No, of
So
course, yeah,
that's-
we're not-
I
But we
would
wouldn't
definitely
ask
do
you,
that.
Andrew, to build our airport.
Golly,
Okay.
starting off bad, huh?
Yeah. Okay. So, and we can go on and on about this Phil Schindler guy, and he's clearly like feeding her. Like talk about fuel on the fire. He's really getting her going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's fun.
Exactly. All right. Exactly. So, so it even gets worse than that. And this is where Phil starts to tell her about these underground concentration camps full of aliens that eat children.
My God.
Oh my God.
Wait.
Yes. This is what I love.
Okay, hold on. Question time. Really quick. So I think concentration camp, I think this is a bad place that these people are. Do the aliens not enjoy eating children, or are the children in the concentration camps and they don't enjoy being eaten by aliens? Because I mean, it doesn't sound like anyone's really being punished.
So
here.
what
Like,
I'm
come on.
gathering is
Get your conspiracies worked out. Give them some thought.
so here's what I've gathered thus far. It is the aliens don't want to be here.
Okay.
They don't want to be here.
They don't want to be here.
Okay.
They use I think I talk about this later, that they get the fluids from some of their glands.
From the children's glands?
No, from the aliens' glands.
The children get fluids
The government.
from the government.
So first of all, hold on. So let's get our craziness straight.
This is how we got the vaccine for COVID, everyone.
So the aliens have to eat babies. Or
Someone's
the
gonna
aliens
believe
have to
it.
eat children.
They
excuse
have to
me.
eat children
They have
to
eat
survive.
children to survive.
Okay.
We need the
Got it.
aliens' glands to create a super whatever without a vaccine or a
A
cure.
super bug?
Some kind of a
Oh, I'm sorry.
government.
This is how COVID was created.
Exactly.
I apologize.
Exactly.
Is that honestly what they say?
Not COVID specifically, but some kind of pandemic, something to create a mass weapon of destruction without any cure.
Okay.
Oh, and this this is tying into the murals and the apocalypse and things like that.
Yes,
Okay.
we're getting to
Not
that.
to jump in.
Children.
I apologize.
Children.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Children.
Yes.
Okay, it's making sense now.
Okay. So now Alex Christopher lady, she's getting super excited because it's getting cray cray, right? So she's like, oh yeah. So
It's just now getting cray cray.
yeah, it just exactly. Oh, and by the way, I should do this right now because this is the point in the story where I'm like, okay, I can't listen to you anymore.
This is like fucking bonkers.
I was with you until the
aliens were eating
camps
children.
was
Exactly.
The steady child diet.
And so I have a new award on our show, Alicia. It's a new award.
Okay.
And we're gonna call it the You Crazy Award.
You Crazy?
You Crazy Award.
Okay, You Crazy.
Okay, You Crazy. And so I think Phil in this episode is gonna get the You Crazy Award.
Fucking Phil Schindler.
Okay. And so it's an audio award.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Phil,
Phil, this is for you.
this is for you.
Wow, crazy. You're crazy, girl.
You crazy girl.
Crazy girl. Okay. So we've given out our award. So now the Christopher lady finds out
Alex Christopher.
Alex Christopher finds
Alexis.
finds out about these murals that are apparently the key to all of this stuff. So she goes and visits the artist. She goes
The artist that painted the mural.
Yeah, Tanguma, I think of his name.
Leo Tanguma.
Tanguma, yes. So she literally goes to his studio and she's asking him about these murals. Well, she's saying that he's being very vague and that she's seeing all kinds of weird stuff in his studio, like books and pictures and things that she thinks are weird.
Okay.
Of all things.
Okay.
Because what artist would have strange books in
I have
his art
strange
studio?
books and shit in my office.
And so she says she thinks that he was bought and paid for. Her quotes are,
what?
yeah, that he was bought and paid for, and that he's saying, well, this is just a collection, this is just a collage, and she's like,
This is a collage of pictures
just
that I like.
of stuff an artist is going to create.
Yeah, something that you're
stuff,
inspired by.
Inspirations, yes.
Yeah.
But she's convinced that he was bought and paid for, that what he's painting in there was exactly what he was told to paint, where he was told to paint it, how he was told to paint it. Like everything is like very specific, has a very specific purpose. Which when we talk about the paintings, you'll hear about the conspiracies about why you think everything is so, why she thinks this, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So he completely shuts down. He's not talking to her anymore. And so she goes away. So now she publishes her second book, and it's called Pandora's Box 2. And
Can you get this on
very
Amazon?
creative.
very clever.
Creative.
Yes. And on 1996, she goes on a radio talk show. This is the talk show I was talking about at the beginning of the show. So she goes and talks. Now she's
This is the
now she's
transcripted.
going
Okay.
on the talk show. This is all the transcript. Exactly. And she's talking about, you read the transcript, she's talking about how she's convinced the British are controlling the United States and that Tanguma's murals are all about the unauthorized second visit, are all about the aliens and the abductions and the government conspiracies. And she talks about that unauthorized second visit down in the tunnels with Phil.
Okay.
Okay. And that's when, shortly after, now, Phil's dead.
Oh no.
What?
What?
It wasn't because he was like 70 years old and like had heart problems. It was absolutely because of a conspiracy.
Right. Exactly.
Who was the mayor of Denver at the time that he passed?
So, that's a good question. 96? Oh, no, Pena.
Oh, Pena?
Yeah, Mayor Pena.
I wasn't here.
I was not here till 07. So
Yeah, I think it's Mayor Pena.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Hence, Pena Boulevard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
On your way to DIA.
Right. So this is actually, so I did some research. It can't be true because the interview took place in April 26th of 1996. And although I couldn't find anything exactly, like if you go all the folklore kind of stuff, Phil actually died January 17th, which would have been before the interview. So, okay, so then the conspiracy
Alex
theorists,
needs to get her fucking shit
well,
straight.
then the conspiracy theorists go, oh yeah, but they knew that she knew that he knew, and so they killed him before.
Ugh.
Right.
Come on, people. None of it's believable, right?
Yeah, it's getting to the right. Exactly. It's getting
I mean, that's the thing about being conspiracy theorists. You can spin any narrative
Anything
that
you
you
want.
to
Yeah.
make it fit your story, and because you already know that you sound insane, it doesn't matter.
It
how
doesn't
insane
matter.
It
You
continues
just-
to sound.
Yeah, you can continue to up the ante. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. Okay, so then according to her, she gets scared because Phil's now dead.
right.
So she goes on the lam, right? She's all hiding and shit. And so now when all these people are misquoting her and saying all this stuff about her interview and the stuff she said, she's not rebuting it. So people are just, it's feeding. She's been gone, missing. They think, okay, she's been whacked.
Right.
They know
Next person down.
Right.
Just add it to the list.
Phil was been whacked,
Right.
right?
Fucking Phil Schindler. He's on that list.
Phil's, yeah, exactly. And so it's just, again, feeding fuel to the crazy fire.
Right.
Okay. Oh, God, it's exhausting, isn't it? All right.
Yeah. To be so wrapped up in this shit.
Yeah.
It's very exhausting.
So that's the history as to how the paintings got
Just the murals.
just
That's
the
all
murals.
we're talking
Just
That's
about.
all we're
at this
talking about
point.
is
Okay.
how that
Not the actual.
conspiracy, all the little individual conspiracies. That's just what's kind of fed the fire. That is the key to everything we're going to be talking about.
Right.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Take me on this journey.
All right. So let's talk about the airport.
Yes.
Let's be grounded in a little bit more reality.
The
for a second.
Denver airport, which is basically in western Nebraska.
And actually, we're near the Denver airport now.
We're like 12 minutes away.
Yeah.
10 minutes away.
Which, if you've ever been to Denver, it's like, I don't know, 30 minutes, 30
Yeah, 30
minutes
to
outside
downtown.
of the downtown area.
Yeah. It's in Podunk area for sure. But they say that was the plan so that they could expand, which they're doing right now, which we'll
Right.
also talk about. Okay, so DIA was originally slated to be finished on October of 93. But then, of course, just because of design changes and contract disputes and a myriad of other whatevers, they didn't open until February 95. And I think what really fed it is that we are well over $2 billion over budget at this point.
Right. Billions of dollars.
Billions.
So how do you do
Oh
that?
man, I thought it was way more than that.
It was almost $3 billion.
Oh, I had 4.1 billion.
Currently
Is what-
we're
okay.
Yeah. So originally, before the airport even opened,
Right.
this was before it even opened. We were already $2 billion. What was it?
Almost 3.
Almost
It's like
3
2
billion.
something, 2 point
Yeah.
something.
So
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Where's
That
the
makes
money?
Where's the money going?
That's what I mean. aliens eating babies. F that. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's
There's
what
something
feeds.
up.
Like, were you building secret tunnels? Like, do you have 12 stories underneath here? Do you have a tunnel connecting to Air Force? I mean, all these weird things.
I have some thoughts.
Okay.
But, yeah, let's-
Okay. So. So anyway, my point is that's what leads to. And,
Of course
they
she has
chalked
those.
it up to that really miraculous, never built, seen before baggage system.
Oh,
which
right.
doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't. Okay, so I did hear about that. So it was like supposed to be state of the art.
Yes.
It was going to be super speedy.
Yes.
The baggage
All automated.
The baggage system was going to get everything off the runway right to the baggage claim.
Exactly.
In minutes. By the time people would come into the baggage claim,
Their bags were there.
Their bags were there. It's never
worked properly.
No.
And it's an underground system.
Yes. And apparently that's debunked. Like that thing's been
It's not been
working for a while.
It's never worked.
Never worked correctly, but now
Yes.
it's not even on.
My
not
bags
on.
have never been waiting for me. Ever.
No, never. You're never walking in.
Unless I stopped for multiple drinks on the way to baggage claim. They've never been there.
That's a good tip. If you are staying at DIA or you're going to be like coming into Denver, get a drink and then wait for your bags if you actually checked one.
Yeah, that's right. Because there's lots of bars on the way there.
Yeah.
To your bags. Okay. So there are known to be as many as 6 underground levels, and this has been acknowledged. Like they've said.
So where do the level? Okay, and I'm sorry to interrupt. Where do the levels start? Because the top level is getting your tickets.
We're talking below ground.
Okay.
Below ground.
Below ground.
Below the trains?
Well, main terminal.
So is train? So that's what I'm saying. Is train like level 3? So like where I get my ticket is that 1, and then train is 3, and then below that, or
yeah, that very well could be because
It's
where you get your
confusing.
ticket is ground.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
because when you get dropped off, when you get dropped off at the airport,
No, you're way high.
If you're just looking at the horizon, you're like, oh, I'm at ground level, but you're way high up.
Yeah.
You're like
Yes.
3 levels above.
Yeah.
What would be considered ground level?
So the way I'm reading it is, well, there are levels below where the public can be, are 6 levels.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
how I'm understanding it
Okay.
to be. And clearly could be more than that. I mean, who knows? And then that there's theories that there's the tunnels. There's tunnels that exist, but from the airport to other places underground, which is where a lot of the money is. Some say as far as Air Force and Cheyenne Mountain and
I love that.
whatever.
Buckley's not that, because we're not that far from Buckley either.
Luckily,
right now.
I mean, that seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Like if they have subways longer than that.
Underground systems, mole people.
Yeah.
Love it.
Exactly. No, it's that alien race.
Alien race, yeah.
Subterranean aliens.
Yep. Okay. So DIA has come to embrace all of this.
Right.
Now, so then the question is it smart marketing? Is it a smart cover up? Is it both? You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, people say that this place is all full of underground tunnels. Ha ha, yeah. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, so they've been marketing that a lot. And if you go into the airport recently, you've probably seen the conspiracy posters in the airport.
Yeah,
They're
they have,
talking
like,
about
aliens.
yes, and tunnels and yeah, all of that stuff. The one thing I did miss though was the animatronic gargoyle. Did you ever see that? So they had a
There was an
gargoyle.
animatronic one. I know the one that's coming out of the suitcase, but
No, there was an actual one where it would talk to people.
oh,
And there was an actor clearly somewhere hidden.
that
Who was-
sounds familiar.
I will put a
actually.
link in the description too. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great marketing.
Brilliant marketing. Yeah. But yes, then they have the gargoyles. They talk about the gargoyles that have meaning and what. Okay. Sorry, I try not to roll my eyes and I try not to be judgmental, but
Are we at any point going to get into the requirement that Denver has for public art?
we are. So that's
Okay.
my next topic. So for
Okay.
all public projects.
Just want to throw that out there.
Yep. The city of Denver, they require 1% of the budget to be dedicated to art. And so Denver DIA, of course, is full of art. I mean,
There's
you
a
figure
lot of art.
1% of that budget
Because
is
multi-billion dollars, 1% of that
That's
buys
right.
a lot of art.
a lot of art. And so because of that, there is a lot. That's where they get a lot of their conspiracies from, and we're gonna it plays right into their hand because some of this art, they like try to find meaning in and with any art you look at that painting right there, Alicia, you're gonna think something different than I would think.
Yes.
Especially when it's abstract or there's letters or words or symbols.
That's art. That's any kind of art.
Any art. And everyone's going to think different.
Yeah. And we all have our own like interpretation of what we're bringing to the table.
That's right.
So that colors how we see the world. It's a lens through which we're seeing the world.
That's
Makes
right.
sense.
That's
I
right.
mean, I think these murals though are fucked up looking. Okay.
They are.
You talk about like peace, world peace, children loving, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
No, that's not what it looks like. Like I've seen these murals.
It is not. They are riddled with things like Nazism and genocide and death and world control. And you're like, oh my God, you're seriously? And isn't it called Children of the World Dream and Peace? Like,
yes.
what?
How is that a dream?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's really crazy.
So Alex, I think it's Rentira, she's a spokesperson for DIA, and she says that those murals represent climate change and, war and violence, of just things that are part of the world. And
I don't
know. Like, I didn't paint it.
But like, it's a very weird thing to have.
That Nazi mask thing, I think, is weird.
It is very strange. He was a muralist that was inspired by people like Diego Rivera, who's,
Diego Rivera, yeah.
Art and murals are, sometimes pretty dangerous and can bring out a lot of emotions in people. But it's just strange that is in such a public place that millions of people literally are walking by all the time. It's in baggage claim. It's an East and West baggage claim. Yeah.
And so then you ask the question, why?
Well, and we'll have the images on our show notes, so you guys can go onto our website or
and I'll have links.
This.
I'm gonna
there'll be links.
Pack that's full of links to this kind of stuff.
You'll see the murals. So there's one mural. The mural has children, and there's like a rainbow covering, and on the very edge there is a figure that has a gas mask on.
Yes.
And it is
a machine
Nazi
gun, I think. Doesn't he have a gun?
He has a sword.
Sword.
That is Children of the World Dream of Peace. And that's the one, I don't even know if it's up anymore. I think that one was taken down for cleaning years ago, and it might not even be there.
I saw it recently.
Oh, okay. Then it must be back.
It's
okay.
up.
The website I was looking at had it down for cleaning. But yeah, that one is supposed to be a war versus peace theme.
It does not look like that.
No,
it looks like war.
It looks like war and genocide.
Yeah, it's like
does.
dystopian, like war, genocide. Hey, follow our rules, kind of.
And so then they feel like so then it said there's a whole bunch of hidden symbols and meanings. Is that the one that has the note?
That is the one that has the note. I have a picture of it. Do you want me to read the note?
Yeah, read the note.
great.
Okay, so yeah, in the bottom of the painting, there's a tiny little note. And on the note, it is actually written by an Auschwitz victim. A 14-year-old victim at Auschwitz wrote this note that is on this painting. And the note goes, I was once a little child who longed for other worlds, but I am no more a child, for I have known fear. I have learned to hate. How tragic, then, is youth, which lives with enemies, with gallus ropes. Yet I still believe. I only sleep today that I'll wake up a child again and start to laugh and play.
Yeah.
Strange thing to see as you're picking up your bags.
Yeah. Welcome to Denver.
Welcome to Denver.
Yeah.
So weird.
Weird.
DIA does not help itself.
It doesn't. No. Again, why?
Maybe there is
why did they
something
pick
to it.
that?
I have no idea. And the other things in this painting, like as you said before, a sword-wielding gas mask, like stormtrooper, basically. There's a line of refugees. One of the refugees, the one that's most prominent, is holding a dead child. There's a child hiding like an underground bunker holding her teddy bear. There's destroyed buildings. I will say, though, that this mural has a perfect use of the golden ratio. If anyone is interested in that in art, it's beautiful use of thirds.
The triangle, golden ratio.
Yes, beautiful. But yeah, and there's there's two sections to this mural, though, isn't there? That's just the first one that we've covered.
That's right.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
because then there's the In Peace and Harmony with Nature.
No, there's two.
Oh, Peace
pieces.
and Harmony and Harmony has two sections. That's
The
right.
Children of the World
One
Dream
side's
of
dis-
Peace.
one
has
side's
the
destruction.
soldier has a soldier. Okay, see,
Yes.
and that's where the peace part comes in.
Yeah.
because the one that we've been talking about is the war part.
Yeah.
and the peace part, which is actually separate. It's not even
The
on.
doves.
It's supposed to be a happiness and
It's supposed to be happiness, but it shows this giant multicultural group of people celebrating over the corpse of the soldier from the
Yeah,
previous
that's right.
painting.
That's right. I do remember that.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, dude.
And there's this child that has this giant hammer, and he's destroying the sword that the soldier was swinging around at doves in the previous painting. It's just
It's like very
strange.
Lord of the Flies.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's supposed to depict peace, and
Oh, that's not peace.
That's not peace. No.
it's
So again, the hints why people say it doesn't make any sense. So it's full of hidden symbols. And it's the key to decrypting all of this stuff. And when you feed it into all of the other pieces that we're going to be talking about that are in here, pieces of
we have a
American
whole
art.
nother
We're putting-
mural to go through.
We're putting a jigsaw together.
Well,
We're going through a 1,000-piece jigsaw right now.
and like Andrew said earlier, like I could fit this puzzle together however I wanted to fit it together.
Totally.
I could make it make sense to me
Yeah.
or you if I say it right. Okay, so let's separate from the painting for a second because there's many other pieces. So let's talk a second about Lucifer.
Yes, I love it.
So he has a whole. People call him all kinds of names. He's officially called Mustang.
Not Bronco. Mustang.
He stands just on this hill when you're coming into the airport or out of the airport. He's on this hill. You cannot miss him. You're forced to look at him entering or leaving the
lit up,
airport,
Day or night, you will see.
day or night. He's precisely 32 feet tall, and he is a blue.
Very blue.
A blue as blue could be.
And veiny and anatomically correct.
Yes, and anatomically correct. And he has glowing red fucking eyes. Now,
Yeah.
He does.
Now, according to the family, this was a tribute to his father because his father owned a neon shop.
The artist?
The artist, excuse me, owned a neon shop and worked in a neon shop as a child. And so the Mustang is Lucifer's cursed because it fell on the artist and killed the
Right.
artist.
Actually, that's for real.
That's for real. And so his
Severed
son's
an artery in his leg. Yeah.
That's right. And so the Suns finished it. They got it up in 2006 and in a tribute to their father, put red neon glowing eyes on the horse
I'm
as a
sorry.
tribute to their father.
But when you're driving by, it looks evil.
Okay.
That's awesome.
No,
Yes.
it looks like demonic.
It could have been white.
It could have been white. It could have been blue. It could have been Lucifer.
Anything
could have
but
been blue.
red.
Could have been yellow, orange.
Man, you guys are soft. I personally love that we have a demon horse that's 32
It
feet
is a
tall
demon.
guarding our airport.
It does not help. It does not help.
And
the
I'm
case.
telling you,
It
people have
does.
strong feelings about this horse. Either you love it or
Clearly,
you hate it.
clearly.
Yeah, exactly.
They had strong feelings at first, but do you know that after 5 years, any piece of public art in Denver can be challenged and removed? And at first, when Lucifer was displayed, a lot of people hated it.
Yeah.
And then 5 years passed, and nobody said shit. So he is ours. He's part of our
It's
Denver
become
heritage.
Well,
Such
now
it is.
it's become so known.
Yeah,
Iconic.
It's iconic for sure.
He is an icon. I love him. I don't care.
So there's this I'll also put this link, a really good article by Stephanie Wolf of the CPR, and she went into lots of detail about this Mustang. Like tremendous detail about from the artist and his family and them creating it. Really go into depth about why his eyes are red, all of that stuff. So
but it looks like a demon.
so I encourage you guys
Yeah,
to
go check
read
it
the
out.
article.
We'll have it in the
Yeah,
show notes.
We'll have it in the show notes. Okay, there's a dedication capstone It talks about the whole New World Order.
It literally says
It literally says, yes, it literally says the New World Airport Commission.
that's fucked up.
That doesn't exist.
But that wasn't.
There
that
is no
the
such thing.
There's no such thing.
There's no such thing as the New
World Order. The New World Airport Commission.
When I was doing research, I read that was actually the same phrasing they used at the Stapleton Airport that the DIA replaced. Is this New World whatever?
I mean, aliens.
Okay,
Well, aliens.
let's say they did. What is it?
What does that mean?
I don't know. shitty marketing, I guess.
Andrew, give us a fucking answer here.
But I want to know what the F it is. Because here's the thing, because it legitimately has the symbol for Freemasons on it.
Right. Masonry symbol.
And so that's the thing, is when it says the New World Airport Commission, people think it sounds very much like the whole New World Order.
Yeah.
Right? That's how they link the two
For
together.
sure, yeah.
And then especially when you start having symbols of Freemason stuff and all the stuff that goes around with that. Right? It just...
Benjamin Franklin, aliens, come on.
Nicolas Cage stealing the Declaration of Independence. Just,
So people think the DIA was built and supported by the New World Order to be a headquarters, which is why this capstone is dedicated to, I'm air quoting, the New World Order, because it's not really dedicated to the New World Order, but and so that's how they're connecting the two together. It's going to be some sort of a headquarters, to weather out the extinction event that's supposed to happen that I talked about earlier.
Right.
And that's depicted in the other mural.
Right.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Sorry not to jump ahead.
That's right. No, that's exactly right. That was in my little brackets right there too. Okay. So the DIA spokesperson I talked about earlier, she debunks this New World Order theory, and she said that the Freemasons did in fact create the plaque, but that the phrasing refers to the idea that DIA was a new international airport.
I don't know. It's still weird.
A new world airport.
New World, I mean.
But when you say New World Airport Commission, like, what does that mean?
Why don't you say it's a new fucking airport?
A new
why do you
airport
have
for
to-
the world.
Yeah. Like it's weird.
It's weird.
All of this is weird.
It is weird. It is weird.
Like why are you making weird after weird after weird decision? like
Exactly.
Of course you're feeding the trolls.
Exactly. So underneath the capstone is a time capsule. Mm-hmm. That's supposed to be opened in 94. Right? 2094.
2094. Okay.
I tried to find out.
was in it?
What's in it? Like someone has to know what's in it.
Newspapers.
I couldn't find
all
anything.
the answers. All the answers to all of
Candy
the questions.
bar.
They're probably going to release the new pandemic that they're creating from the alien glands.
Right?
Yes.
And then we're all going to die.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
We're already going to be dead, Kevin.
Kevin, I honestly think if you would have said it's going to make the elite and the old people, like these old like rich people or whatever, it's going to make them young and like immortal, I would have been on board. If it's a pandemic and they're trying to save all of humanity, I don't believe it.
Right, exactly.
There's no way it's gonna happen.
For shiz.
Are you hoping to be elite by 2094 and be included?
No. I'm not. There's no way I'm gonna be included, and I'm not elite. Not my family heritage.
So
There's no way.
that is 9/8. That's 70 years from now.
None of us will be alive.
I'll be 110. I could make it.
Okay.
No
Good
way.
luck with that.
I mean,
There's no way. After I heard about
You
what
don't know.
happened over your weekend,
You
no,
don't
that's not gonna happen.
know.
I think I have a higher fucking rate of like actually making it than you do.
Okay, so then we talked about the tunnels and the underground buildings. There have been a lot of outspoken people who claim to have gone down a lot of levels. In an article in the Westward magazine, the author talks to this Alex Christopher that I talked about earlier.
Right, that woman.
And just after the airport was built, she met some people. Oh yeah, I talked about that with Phil, and then she went down there and yada yada yada, and that's how she found these buildings and these tunnels. Some other conspiracies, like I mentioned before, the tunnels connect Cheyenne Mountain.
What is Cheyenne Mountain?
That's NORAD.
They have a zoo.
okay. There's a zoo, but it's NORAD.
It's NORAD
for real.
For reals.
I'm convinced it's for the giraffes to get back and forth, but whatever.
What
the
is
airport.
NORAD? Can you?
It's the North American Aerospace Defense Command.
Okay.
And so it's like where
That
You were in
acronym
the Air
doesn't
Force,
line up.
right?
Mhm.
Okay.
I've never been there. That's like a
Okay.
top secret kind of place.
Oh.
But from what I understand, that's like where that's like a if there was ever going to be a nuclear war kind of thing. I mean, everything's like, that's a command center. Like, it's in the mountain, can't get to it. It's like,
And that's your understanding as a military
yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've never been in there.
But
I
you've
couldn't tell you
heard of it.
exactly what's, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So maybe
it's a
there
real
is
thing.
something. Okay.
It's a real thing for sure.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, NORAD's real. And so because it connects, this creates a 120-mile escape route, right, from DIA to NORAD for the whole end of the world. Okay.
So they would go underground to Cheyenne Mountain
Yes.
to escape like nuclear holocaust or something.
Yeah, or whatever this thing is that they're extracting from the alien glands to kill people without a cure.
Oh, good God.
Okay. So
I'm having so much fun listening to this.
okay. Okay. The coordinates. The coordinates of the airport. Let's talk about the coordinates of the
Yes,
airport.
please.
Okay.
Numerology, love it.
So there are the coordinates of the airport. I could give them to you. I can put them in there. It's 104 west, 44 30 north, 40 30 10. These coordinates are actually the coordinates that they give, that's given to the humans by the aliens in Spielberg's Close Encounters movie.
Shut up.
Well, they say that those are the coordinates to DIA. How? Why?
But they end
Weird.
up in
And-
Wyoming in Devil's Tower. That's
right?
Is that
they're like,
for
how does
real?
that connect? Well, okay. Technically, it's not, because those
Okay.
coordinates.
just with all conspiracies. Is that true? Well, technically, no.
No.
Those coordinates actually land you 50 miles north
Okay.
of DIA.
Okay.
Um,
What's their alignment? No.
Alt,
Alt.
town called Alt. Yeah, no one's heard.
Alt. Alternative for the capital.
It's about 12 miles east of Fort Collins. If you know where Fort Collins is.
Yeah.
North, yeah. If you east, it's like 12 miles there. And again, they say tunnels in and out of the airport to this, blah 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 blah. Stupid. Okay. But then they go, okay, well then why did Spielberg pick those coordinates? Okay, but that has nothing to do with DIA.
No, he was just choosing random like numbers.
He didn't even write the screenplay. He didn't choose them.
Wait, who wrote them?
I don't know. Let me see if the internet can tell me.
Yeah, but
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
It just doesn't.
That's
It's
just it.
once again just
Trying to connect
doesn't-
things that don't connect.
right.
Yeah. Okay, we talked a little bit about the gargoyles. They're in the baggage claim area. Mm-hmm. And people connect those to conspiracy because, again, the whole New World Order and the Freemasons and
Supposed to ward off evil, right? Like that's
right.
like it's just a traditional.
again finding connections where connections don't exist.
Right.
Yes.
They're just the counterpoint to Lucifer.
Exactly. And that's what exactly it. The gargoyles were created, so they say, to protect the site. That's what they were traditionally supposed to do, like you said. Okay. So secret messages. So if you hang around enough of these like hardcore conspiracy theories, if you start reading this stuff, or
look
talk
exhausted.
to stoners, isn't it it's draining. It's so draining.
I kind of love this shit.
You come to learn that this whole New World Order has this grand plan to cull the whole human population right into this united government. Jesus. And so in the floor of DIA, and I can't remember which terminal it is, there's this gold inlay.
Yes.
Okay, and it's got a cart and gold because we're a mining,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people moved here.
and they have letters AUAG.
Gold.
Gold and silver.
People say that no, AU and AG, that's referring to this deadly strain of hepatitis.
It's a periodic table of elements.
Yeah, that's very true.
Shit together.
So
I'm all for
exactly. So
conspiracy,
exactly.
but no.
no. And they happen. So I guess these letters. There's some Australian antigen or something was discovered by some guy, and somehow AUAG connects into that. But if you know anything about Colorado, you know we are a fucking mining state.
Yeah.
So gold and silver.
Colorado
look
School
at your
of Mines.
look at honestly Andrew's shirt.
Oh yeah.
Golden, Colorado.
Uh-huh.
That's like a town. That's where they thought they'd find gold, right?
That's right.
It's actually an Outsiders reference. Stay gold, Ponyboy.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
And then the layout. So people have a conspiracy about the layout, and if you look at it from the sky, you could try to turn it into a swastika.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But for Pete's sakes,
Come on.
be reasonable. And if you look at why it's laid out that way, it makes total sense.
Okay.
It's silly. I mean, that's how airplanes
You have
can
to
come in from
and
every
it's
direction.
huge. There's a lot of land over here, so
A
we
lot
can really
of
do
land.
a ton with it.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, okay. And so then there's this hideous website called The Conformist.
The Conformist.
It's spelled with a K.
Sounds.
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah, no. Don't go to it, but you're going to.
So this person that wrote this website and the contents of this website, they've connected the Jean Bonnet Ramsey case.
Oh
Of
my
course.
God!
To DIA.
Yes.
Oh
Okay.
my Lord.
So Jean-Benet Ramsey died in Boulder, Colorado.
Right, but no, apparently she was eaten by the aliens.
Oh.
Right, because they like children.
Right. Why
But
would they
she
get her?
wasn't eaten.
She was
okay.
alive. I mean, not alive. She was dead, but
Pretty
she
sure-
was still around.
I'm telling you, like you go down rabbit holes when you start looking into this stuff. Like it just goes on and on and on, and it just gets more and more preposterous.
So you know what I think is the most like the thing that drives me the most crazy about being in Denver, the Denver International Airport, is how fucking awful everything is. Like once you're there, just being at the airport, you have to get there. It's like 40 minutes away. That's a conspiracy. Like, why the fuck is it so far away?
Uber's
Then
now costs like $75.
It's like
to get
it
there.
honestly it is. It's like you're spending at least $50 just on Uber getting there. Then
I'm sorry, that's why you take the light rail, Alicia.
But you
yeah,
have to take an Uber to get to
To
a
light rail.
station that.
not all
the
of
light
us
rail will
live
pick you up
12
from.
minutes from the fucking airport.
We need better public transportation here. Anyway,
That's
sorry,
very
off
true.
topic, off topic.
So, you get to the airport, it's all the way out in the middle of nowhere. Then you're there and, you have to go through security line. The security line's like all the way out. Like right now.
Yeah, it wraps around into the ticketing area.
Into the baggage claim. So
Yeah.
I was just there last week, last weekend, or last weekend. I knew you were going to be doing this episode, so I wrote a little brief for you.
Okay, great.
So I said, I'm at the airport, and conspiracies aside, the layout and security is insane. It's the third busiest airport in the world, is what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And to quote other people, it's the first worst. It's the first worst. So get to the airport, honestly, 3 hours early just to ensure that you get through checkpoints on time. If you don't have, the pre-check or whatever.
I'm TSA pre-check. What's up?
I know.
Yeah, I know.
It's the
Okay.
best.
So nice. Alicia, get your shit
Okay,
together.
elites. So my conspiracy theory is honestly that that is a truth. It's that the airport is not at all built for passengers who actually go through it. It's fucking awful. It's horrendous.
So I'm going to ask you, Andrew. I'm going to ask you for some. If you want to talk about some of these theories that we may not have covered in depth, I want to ask your opinion on them. But before we do, I just want to tell people what's going on with DIA right now.
Yeah.
So in 2018, they started 2 new construction projects. One was for the Great Hall, and it's undergoing renovation, and it's updating like the outdated train cars, And phase 1 was officially completed in last year, and it added 3,000 square feet of space. It was 2 years behind schedule, and the construction company claimed it to be because of the concrete. And then the airport was like, no, it's not because of the concrete. And then there was this whole back and forth, and it caused a lot of work stoppages and blah, 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 blah. Well, then Denver hired Hansel Phelps to finish it, and that they actually got it going. And I have to shout out to Hansel Phelps because I know people from Hansel Phelps. I know like the CEO that was from there and his family, and we're good friends. So yay, Hansel Phelps. And so then in 24, they're going to create a new checkpoint.
Oh, okay.
There's going to be 17 lines of security instead of a one.
Yeah, we have one.
Well, one on each side.
Yeah.
But now you're going to have like multiple lanes.
It's just like a Disneyland ride.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one way to get in.
It's
back and forth.
Preposterous.
For an
They're going to make the Great Hall bigger. And then phase 3, they're going to add yet another checkpoint. And they're going to start upgrading the grounds and the bathrooms, and that's all going to be done like in 28 apparently. And then apparently the concourses are adding like 40 new gates, so more traffic.
Already like a 6 mile walk if you have one of the last gates.
Yes, so
It
if
is
you go to
insane.
B is fucking so long.
I was in the last gate of C last week.
And B's even longer than C.
It took me it was a 15-minute walk after I got off the train.
It's
Even
long.
like
There
getting on
3
the
hours
moving walkways.
And then
everything.
there's one plane I got on, you had to go to the end of C, and then there's like this whole, you get to the end, there's a whole nother branch off into these other little bitty planes. It's crazy.
They're really expanding, yeah.
So Andrew, of the conspiracies and your research, which one did you find the most fascinating?
Oh man. I mean, I really like the idea of the underground tunnels. Like, I would just love to go down there and explore and see.
Wouldn't it be
what
fun?
I could find. I mean, that would be amazing. Like, if they really wanted to make some money, just invite people out for tours, take them down there and be like, yeah it's just HVAC systems and ventilation and massive spools of, cable, fiber
And big electric panels.
Yeah, exactly. But
Too big.
It would still be cool. Like, I would love that. So for me, like a personal experiential standpoint, that would be the coolest one to kind of figure out the true story of. But I really did love looking into the murals too, because as messed up as they are, they're decent artwork, and I kind of just like really fucked up.
Well, they weren't.
artwork.
They're not. And it's not like some child painted them. Obviously,
No, this is like a world-renowned muralist who's done a lot of amazing work. Like, I'm not sure if you're gonna put it in the show notes, but I would definitely link to his website.
I will.
He has a lot of amazing work out there, and of course, Lucifer is a favorite of mine.
Yeah.
I think, when did he get installed? Was it 06,
7.
08, 7? Yeah, he got installed the same year that I moved to Denver, so we arrived at the same time, which is probably why we have such,
You have a camaraderie.
we have a camaraderie. Yeah.
Actually, sorry, I think he did go up in 6. Nonetheless,
but
he killed his art. He's killed his master.
killed his dad.
Killed his daddy.
A little bit of a Frankenstein story there, but yeah, I mean, and I'm just kind of a bit of a skeptic by nature, but it's still super fun to read into all this stuff. Just if it's at the end of the day, be like, wow, these bitches is crazy.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fun to some of this stuff. You can go, like for example, the capstone. Like, for me, that's just, it's freaking weird that you say the New World Airport Commission. That doesn't even exist. That's not even a thing. Why would you say that? It doesn't even make, and why people would want to say that. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So that stuff is kind of fun to go,
Coming from like a family of Freemasons, though, I can tell you, like, there's nothing sinister going on. It's just dudes hanging out, doing community service projects, and getting together.
Wait,
once
are you
a
a
week.
Freemason?
I am not, but
Okay.
my dad is. My grandfather
Would
was.
you become
all of
one?
their friends? Seems like a lot of work. I'm kind of lazy. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, if you are, then yes, let's.
But I honestly, I don't know that much about like what happened in the meetings or anything like that.
Well, they
Even though
don't
my
talk
dad-
about it.
Even though my dad and my grandfather were both,
He has him in the blood.
high-ranking members of like the Freemason community in my
That's
tiny little town
crazy.
in Nebraska.
So maybe
but
we need to embed you.
Yeah,
possibly.
yeah.
Future episode, Freemasons.
Yes.
I could do some interviews
Have
with the
Andrew-
fam. See what happens.
Have Andrew on board.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If they'd be willing.
We'll see what they will.
I'm just
and
trying to get myself back here.
We'll see what they will and will not talk about.
Oh my God, I love it.
Anything else of interest?
I don't think so.
No?
I think we covered a lot.
We covered a
Interesting
lot.
stuff today.
Yeah.
It's
It's
great.
kind of a lot with DIA. There's so many rabbit holes you can go down.
Yeah, and we didn't even go into a lot of depth on some. We just kind of glazed
Yeah.
over them, and each one of these you can just, like I said, you can just find all kinds of conspiracies on each one of these topics, and people will just talk, go deep.
But definitely pull up the murals, the In Peace and Harmony with Nature and Children of the World Dream of Peace by Leo Tanguma, and just look at them.
It's not what she's
Just
it's not
zoom
the
in
label.
on them, and the more you look at them, the crazier it gets.
Right.
It does.
Yeah.
God. Ugh. Okay, well, I'm exhausted. I think I need to take a nap.
I know it's a lot. It's exhausting to go down those rabbit holes.
It is.
Too much. I almost think like, I love a good conspiracy, but it's like that is such a huge one. There are so many
Goes
ways.
on and on.
Yeah.
You guys may need to look into two-parter episodes.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about that. Maybe we could do another one on DIA, but we're so close to it. I'm afraid
We
of
could.
being too close to it. Those
Right, they might
aliens
come
might
out.
hear us.
Who knows where those tunnels pop out? We are in a basement.
we
right
are-
now.
we're in a-
Like, it.
It could be
Yes.
right underneath us.
Right underneath us. We're 12 miles away.
Luckily, none of us are children
Less
any
than
longer,
that.
so we won't be eaten. But who knows?
Thank
what will
God.
happen.
You guys were awesome as always.
God, thank you for doing such a fun topic.
Yes,
Thanks.
thanks.
It was fun, and maybe we will have to revisit this again.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me again, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for
appreciate it.
coming.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. All right, everyone. We will see you in a couple of weeks. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.